meters, also known as 3. Oh, it looks like we're up. All right, we're good. All right. I'm KitaroTempest. I am going to be doing some runs for the CursedRuns Halloween Marathon. A big thank you to Hawkeye for inviting me to do this with everybody. And we're going to start off with some Resident Evil 1 for the PlayStation.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Chris? Take care.
Wesker? Jill?
Excuse me. Oh, come on. Such BS.
Whoa! What is it?
What? Oh! Oh no! sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo
Hey,
team.
Dougie, how's it going?
Yes, I'm Rebecca. Rebecca Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the Stars Bravo team last month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm Chris Redfield from the Alpha team. Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but
I see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
Yes, sir. But it's strange. I serviced the helicopter recently, but something went wrong with the engine. It was such a short flight. Well, what should I do now? If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
It's pretty dangerous outside. Let me take care of it.
I understand.
Hey, thanks for the good luck,
For
Dougie.
now, I'll wait here, since there are a lot of chemicals in this room and they might be useful. Well, I'll look over the chemicals.
Hey, Mr. Sound, thanks for the good luck.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play? Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
See? Just relax and play.
All right.
Hey, Paulo, thanks for the good luck, and yeah, let's go Cursed Runs. come on. Oh, it's been so long since I've done these runs.
Chris! Chris! You like it?
Oh, that was great.
What is that?
Some of the advantages to running Chris over Jill, the main one that you're going to have, and probably the only one, is that you can take more damage as Chris compared to Jill. Other than that, you've got less inventory slots, and if you're playing normally, you don't get as many weapons. And Chris's campaign is normally considered like the hard mode, because you usually have to do a little bit more than you do with Jill. Like some of the doors with Jill you can open with the lockpick. With Chris, you gotta actually find the keys. You can do an entire boss skip with Jill. So there's no real pluses other than taking a little bit of extra damage with Chris compared to Jill. But I'm rusty on the PlayStation version. I normally do a lot of my speedruns on the DS version. I believe it can technically be a little bit shorter, but not too much. I think with the speed runs, you can get it a little bit faster with Chris. Yeah, I actually hold 2 world records on Resident Evil Deadly Silence with Chris in the knife-only category, and I forget the technical name of the other one. May punch some boulders later, yep. He's my boy. No, I use an emulator. As far as the speedrun.com goes, they utilize emulators for it, so that's what I've run mine on. I do have the actual game, and I used to speedrun it basically for fun back a long time ago, and it kind of became a gimmick with my old job, where anytime we'd have events going on, I'd see how many times I could beat Resident Evil DS before the event either started or ended. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to eat this herb just because I'm likely gonna screw up the yawn. And I think when I'm in orange, potentially he might just eat me instead of bite me. So, down and right. Oh, come on. That's a bad spot. Let's see if I can get super lucky. Holy shit, I got super lucky. Yes! I had him in a really bad spot there. Because essentially, you need to bait him his first bite to get past him, and then he'll be kind of further back so you can actually run out. Normally when that happens, you get caught on the boxes that are on the side there. So we're in a good spot here. But I always get grabbed here, so... Yep. Oh, come on. I was past that. You can, I do in some places. I'll use the pause cancel with the knife to get the iframe from when they get attacked. But there's a lot of places where I should be able to just dodge around them, which on the PlayStation version I'm not that great at. Um, Fun little fact is that the comparing the DS version to the PlayStation version, the way that at least the zombies path is a little bit different. So you can kind of bait them in different ways on the DS as compared to the PlayStation version. Like right here, and I mess up the pause cancel all the time. I always hit pause too early. But there's one of the knife skips there. Some people just take the hit and potentially save a second or two, but I'm not going for anything too crazy today. I am gonna be careful and grab some healing items right here just because since I'm not saving, there's a part coming up here soon that can definitely be a run killer. And for people that may not have played the original Resident Evil, there's a few key differences between this and say like Resident Evil 2 as well. In I believe 2 and 3, I believe it started in 2. When you would get grabbed and you push the zombie back, it would actually push additional zombies back. In Resident Evil 1, if you've got multiple grabbing you, you're only pushing back the one, and so that can definitely kill you. And with the area that I'm going to right now, essentially there's two zombies in close proximity where they can just continuously bite you and basically kill you. Or you can just get caught on the dogs and die. So this is the room that can kill your runs. Get in the red book, and then there's one zombie off screen to the right. I missed the other one. Yeah, I'm in a bad spot. Okay, so we at least got through there. Not too bad. So once you get through that part in this area, it's actually pretty simple. I think I'm gonna need to make room though. Yeah. So I'm gonna drop off a key early because I feel like holding on to my herb here. And as long as I really don't screw up on the boss in here, I'll be just fine. Yep, the Japanese version has faster dialogue text, and then it actually is a little bit different in some parts. The Yawn 2 fight is actually much easier on the Japanese version compared to the US version. He takes like half the damage to kill, and you also take about half the damage that he would normally do to you on the US version. So that's where the Japanese version can be significantly faster than the US. I probably will at some point. I haven't put a whole lot of time into the PlayStation version as far as really going for the speedruns. I mean, basically, since I got everything when I took my trip to Japan in April, I just haven't done as much gaming as what I normally do, but that was the plan at the very least, was to start chasing Ruggy's records. And then with that too is Ruggy's actually going to be getting the Japanese version and the Japanese PS2 as well, so he should be having much better times as soon as he gets those. Yeah, I I had some nice jumps, especially the first few times that I played it. They did a really good job on the remake. I actually used to speedrun that a little bit and actually got into doing some knife onlys on it. I believe, I can't remember with 100% certainty, but I think I'm 95% certain that the coolest thing I ever did in remake was the invisible enemies, and I think I ended up doing it knife only as well. I can't remember with 100% certainty, but I'm 95% certain that I did. So with the boss that we're coming up to here, one of the fun things to note is that he can't actually kill you with his normal attacks. The only way that you can die on this boss is if he grabs you or if you get hit by the ceiling tiles that are falling. So pretty much it's just you do a wide dodge around and then get close to him, and as long as you stay kind of in the back area where I'm going to, he can't grab you. At least in normal situations. Go figure, now that I say it, it's probably going to happen, but knock on wood, we're not going to lose the run right here. So he can still knock you away when you get close. This boss is a lot of RNG for runs a lot of the times. Especially on my DS runs, this is where half the time I lose my time saves. But if you can get in and actually get the knife rotations in without getting knocked out, you can save a lot of time. Okay, I'm in kind of a bad spot right there. I believe he can grab you right there. And there's the plant. Honestly, you know, when you find essentially kind of where to run to and stand, the fight is simple. Like, I used to, you know, wreck so many shotgun shells into him, and it's like, oh, I can just stand there and poke him with a knife and not really take damage. Of course, back then I thought that you could die just by getting smacked by him.
Wesker!
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy. If we stay here, all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
Now, it's been a long time since I've done this
whether we escape or
on the
stay and look for Jill.
PlayStation version,
We
but
don't
I'm
have
going to
many
try
bullets left, and we
to
can't even
get
protect
Rebecca killed
ourselves.
so that I can get essentially the
We're
bad
still in
ending.
trouble.
But I know
Chris,
that
there are a lot
some
of locked
slight
rooms in that
differences with
house.
how everything works
Check them
between
out
the two
one
versions.
more time. There must be a place to hide safely. I'll look around the house a little more.
Okay.
Let's get going.
I'm pretty certain I already dropped off the key, so I'm just going to pick up this healing item. I likely could have picked up a smaller healing item instead, but I'm just going to grab this one since I'm in here anyways. Yeah, I'm good on items. So now we head back into the mansion, where we once before thought it was safe. Um, as far as this run goes, there's only like 3 or 4 spots that are usually considered dangerous. Um, the first one was the Red Book Zombies, which we just passed. Um, Normally, some people run into some issues with the Yawn 2 fight, which is what we're heading to right now. Um, from there, uh, the which is specific to Chris. There's 2 hunters
What?
in the
It must be a
caverns where you
STARS
need to get one
radio.
of the cranks.
It's a little bit
If you
broken,
screw that
but
up,
it might
they
still
can
be
kill you.
usable. I'll take it with
So
me.
that's kind of number 3, and then the 4th one would normally be the bio lab as far as this run is concerned, which is where you fight the tyrant. The RO bio labs. I'm a big RO fan. I used to play it all the time.
What are they? Monsters? Rebecca! Is she still in the house?
I'm a big MMO player. I normally played. Oh, shit! I missed the door. A lot of the times I'd play Crusader and Paladin. My favorite was probably before the trans classes was my Sage. I ended up doing a lot of private servers, but I always did low rate private servers, so the max that I would normally like to do would be 5x, and normally I didn't care for those. I'd try to find 1 to 2x. Hey, Combo Steve. Okay, so this fight is really easy on the Japanese version. So what I'm going to do is kind of just pull him into the corner, and with the knife slashes that I get on him, essentially it'll hit him multiple times. And if I get lucky, he went down. Last night I was actually able to kill him before he even went down. And essentially you can get him in like 15 seconds, so that's the fight right there. The Japanese version. Usually in the US version, you would see where essentially you take so much damage where you'd get your initial lateral slashes in, and then he'll go down, so you have to slash downwards. And then essentially when you take enough damage, he rises up to eat you, and you essentially bait that out so that you can get another lateral hit on him, and then you really quickly eat an herb so that he doesn't eat you, and you just play it like that. Whereas on this, if you get him caught right, he won't even go down onto the ground, and you can just kill him super quick. Excuse me. Gotta stick with the classics, man. Thanks for the good luck. I appreciate it. I've been playing this game pretty much non-stop since it was released, so I've got a lot of time in it. See, that one was too early. But we recovered. So right now, I'm going to go try to get Rebecca killed if she'll show up in the right spot, and that'll make essentially the end of the game a little bit quicker and easier. But no, I don't know the speedrun for Code Veronica, unfortunately. That's one of the ones I might start looking into a little bit. Kinda. Oh no, yep, she's not in here. Shit. I don't know if I can still get her killed or not. Oh no, wait, she's right here, so she's not gonna die. Son of a bitch.
Rebecca!
Oh well.
Chris!
Thank God you're safe.
I'm sorry that you were worried about me.
We are in great danger. We must organize a search for the others and get the hell out of here. Understood?
Yes, sir!
Okay, I'll go first. Proceed with your own judgment. All right? Can you do it?
Yes, I can!
Good luck.
So as far as differences, exactly how I've run this, and then comparing it to the DS version, right there, essentially, Rebecca would have been dead. So now I have to deal with the Tyrant twice, which, as long as some things are still the same between versions, which I believe they are, the final fight of the Tyrant won't be hard at all, as long as I don't screw up too bad. Trying to think, with the extra cutscenes and everything like that, it's going to add at least 5 minutes. I'd say 5 to 10. Because essentially, if she dies, and you go with the bad ending, you don't have the countdown, the 5-minute countdown for the mansion exploding, and you don't have to do the second fight of the Tyrant. Yeah, as far as me going for PBs and world records on this, I need to redo my studying on it. So it's just, for the most part, I don't want to say a casual speed run, if you can call it that, but yeah. And I think my world record time for Chris Knife only, on the DS version, of course, not the PlayStation version, I think is like 31 or 32 minutes. But obviously there you can skip doors, skip most cutscenes. So the game is a lot of cutscenes and fucking door loadings. I'm wrong spot. Hey, Sai's got a much larger repertoire of speedruns than I do. This is one of the, I'll say it like this is one of the few games that I actually play. So I should at least know most of it. So the part that we're coming up to, we're going to be going into the caverns right now. There is going to be a spot where we had to pick up a crank, and essentially, if you mess up or get unlucky, you're going to get stuck down there and get killed. So I think I do have an herb, so I can at least mess up a little bit and not worry too much, but hopefully we don't have to worry about anything.
Enrico!
Don't come any closer, Chris.
Wait, what happened?
Double crosser!
Don't!
Hell. Umbrella.
Who is it? Is someone there? Double crosser? What did he mean by that?
Okay, so there's normally a few different ways that you can do this. What I'm going to do here is try to bait that and then pick this up before the... Oh. Come on. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up! Yeah, essentially you're supposed to pick that up before the second one hits you. So yeah, we should be pretty smooth now until the end. So we're gonna get our cardio in now. poisoned. Good. Alright. No, they don't respawn, they take a lot of damage and they're a pain in the ass. So for the most part, at least depending on which ways that you're running, it's easiest just to run past them. But like on the arranged version in the director's cut, there's a few places where there's multiple hunters, which is just a pain in the ass. I guess you could say the gimmick with them is that they can one-hit kill you when they do their jump at you, where they decapitate you. This probably isn't in the right spot, but I'm gonna hope it is. Yep, perfect. So essentially you can shave off like 20 seconds here by getting that position properly so that you only have to push it, in a sense, 2 directions instead of 3. So I'm going to eat that really quick. So I'm going to do a little bit of safety buffer here. Oop, wrong button. Oh, come on, that's in the right spot. Alright, so normally you would just bypass these, but I'm going to pick them up for safety's sake. I'm going to drop off the cranks. Alright, so we're almost done here. But like I said, it'll be a little bit longer because of Rebecca not dying. So we'll have to sit through extra cutscene. man, he may not be able to play the piano, but he's a hell of a good hacker. Oh, you know, I should have just gotten the first aid spray out when I was dropping off the cranks. That would have saved me a little time. That's a wall. Oh, bullshit, that didn't hit me. The attack finished before... Wow. That's... Okay. Normally don't get hit there either. See, this is why I grabbed the backups. Yep, they are chimeras. Alright, so I'm just wasting time and grabbing the first aid spray for this last part. Grab another herb just to be safe. And as long as I don't really screw up... Oop, wrong button. Then we should finish the run. So with the boss fight here, it can get a little bit hairy because the tyrant can essentially do a quick turn and you end up taking a shit ton of damage. So as long as he doesn't quick turn at you, usually
Rebecca,
you won't
you're
either
safe.
take any damage, or
I saw
if
you in
you
the
get
garden.
unlucky a
I've
couple
caught up
times,
with you at
you'll
last.
take a few swings.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. Don't go out alone.
Yes, sir.
Chris, as my subordinate, you have wonderful talent.
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
What do you mean?
Since when have you been an Umbrella agent? And a traitor to the stars?
Rebecca's always
Now,
been
you're
one
wrong.
of my favorites.
I was formerly with Umbrella, yes. But now I'm prepared to face anything. Even getting rid of you vigilante stars.
Now, the worst possible situation has occurred. The failure of the experiment created a virus, a biological
I've been
weapon,
wanting to do a
polluting
Chris
the entire lab.
cosplay for the longest
No,
time.
the worst happened with the tyrant virus.
Don't
I
know if
lost
I'd ever
some of
get the
my
wife to
STARS
do it, though.
team members because of it.
You killed them with your own hands. Did you kill Enrico?
Really?
Yeah, like this.
She's actually working on one of her cosplays right now for a
Rebecca!
convention that's in like
Don't move.
2 to 3
do.
weeks, I think.
I'll kill you. Chris, I have something to show you. Now, walk.
Is this?
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant. Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior?
You can make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not. Go to hell. Jill will join you too. What? Don't come this way! No!
Right, I gotta remember the good way to turn around right here.
You can't kill me!
Okay, we got around. As long as he doesn't get stuck on Wesker for half an hour. Okay, here it comes. So it should take about 21 knife swings to down him. Yep, there's a quick turn. There we go. No, not doing best ending. Doing, well, standard ending now. But best ending takes me quite a bit longer because there's a lot
seems
more
like
item
this
pickups
bulletproof
and
jacket is
needing to
pretty
go to
strong.
various
I
places.
see.
How about Captain Wesker?
He is sleeping with the ultimate failure. Hurry up. I want to get out of here.
So if you're doing the best ending, there's another
Excuse me, Chris.
place that can kill your
What,
run,
Rebecca?
and it's known as the orgy
I saw a
room,
research
where
file in
there's
this lab.
like
It said that a great deal of
6
research
to
on the
8
tyrant
zombies in
virus
there,
exists
and
right
there's
here.
a very specific
We
path
should
that
blow
you need
this
to
place
run,
up.
and hopefully they don't decide to take a
We are
slightly
already
different
into it over our
path
heads.
towards you, or else
Rebecca,
you're screwed.
can you do it?
Yes, sir. I'll set off a triggering system for a bomb.
Okay. Now we have a chance to escape. See you outside the house.
But yeah, in this run, I don't need to do that, so it's pretty much just going to the final tyrant fight right now. Which, as long as my normal strategy for it works still on the PlayStation version, which I am 99% positive it does, I shouldn't have anything to worry about.
This is Brad. I have a fuel shortage. Okay, this is the last try. If somebody's alive, please send a sign.
There is 3 minutes until explosion. I made it! I set off the triggering system to the bomb!
Great! Rebecca, Brad's up in the helicopter.
Look at those monsters!
Chris, if Brad is in the helicopter, get in contact with him by any means!
But,
I'll hold back the monsters!
okay, I trust you.
Trust me!
Trust me! Okay, so there's technically 2 different ways that you can do this fight if you don't have any ammo. You can actually bait the tyrant to just run around in circles right around you, which can be very dangerous if you're not positioned properly or if you get hit a few times. But then there should also be a way where you can kind of get them stuck on a wall, which is what I'm going to try to do here. So I gotta wait until he pulls his claw, and then run back over here, and then he should stay stuck on right there. And then you gotta obviously you gotta wait until Brad throws down the rocket launcher, don't get hit when you're going to grab that and kill him in time. I think he normally throws it down around like with 20 seconds left or so. Between 20 and 35.
Chris, use it! Destroy the monsters with it!
I accidentally cleared the time, so that was showing at 1:12, but I don't remember what the in-game time will show. But yeah, that's how you can easily handle the tyrant at the end. So if you get Rebecca killed, it'll be like between like 5 and 10 minutes faster for the clear on it. And that would be considered the bad ending. I think this is just considered the normal ending.
Are you tired, Rebecca?
Sorry, Chris. I am.
You did a really good job. This case was just too weird.
You did
This
a really
case
good
was-
job. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually listened to the Japanese normal ending. I love it though. Need the glow sticks. Guitar solo. So yeah, 1:12:13 in game. So Sai, if you want to go ahead and restart that, I can work on getting my PS2 set up with the Resident Evil 2.